In this episode, we're going to be talking about Elden Ring. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and let's jump into it.
What's up,
Danny,
Alex?
enlighten me on Elden Ring. What is Elden Ring?
Elden Ring Nightreign is a game where you drop onto a map. The map supposedly changes. You have three stages. Stage one is a daytime, and then at night you battle a boss. And if you beat that boss, you go to day two. Same thing. You kind of run around, beat bad guys up or monsters, take their loot, get a little bit stronger. And then you have another boss that night, day two night, and you do the same thing, rinse and repeat. And then day three, it's again, you run around, get loot, and then the big bad, an Elden Lord, I believe it's called. I haven't played the game, just what I heard. They're super hard. There's only 9 of them, I believe. And if you win, you got some cool like cosmetic currency points and like upgrades for your next run. So that is essentially the core game. It's 3 days. Every night you battle a boss, and then the third night is a big boss. Now the game is supposed to be multiplayer. You're supposed to go up to 3 players. From Software is known to be a really great software developer of like really hard games. All the Elden Ring games are super hard, right? So they made this game hard for 3 players. Now, let me tell you, what happens if one of your players disconnects? You ain't winning.
I was gonna ask you too. Like, does that also mean that all 3 players need to be in on like at the same time? Like, you have to coordinate schedules just so that you can
Perfect segue.
align.
Do they have voice chat in the game, you ask? No, they don't.
So
What?
how do you coordinate
Coordination?
it?
Coordination, you say? No. We keep this game hard. They want you to use Discord. It's not in game.
There's nothing in game.
Nothing in game. So here's another issue. So you can play solos, which is like I'm telling you, the game is like made for 3 players. So you can try solos. They make it barely a little easier. Like it's possible. You're not gonna have fun. It's possible. And there's 3 players. There's a number missing there.
2?
There's no 2 players. So me, like let's say me and Tony want to play one day, we can't because we need Junior or you to jump on. And if you guys can't jump on, we're gonna have a random that we can't talk to. So how are we gonna show them our Discord?
Yeah, there's just so much coordination, which brings up an interesting point of like, remember when games used to be just like a plug and play?
Yeah, it's like no. We need online. If you're gonna make a multiplayer game, you need to bring online stuff in. We're not no longer on the couch. We're no longer. I guess some of the gestures people are talking about is like you can point, so your character's like, let's go that way, without talking. Like, come on.
But you would have thought that. I mean, Halo on Xbox had voice chat.
Yeah, and let's give them credit here. They make really great single player games, amazing. And then in the single player games, they add multiplayer to it, but that's not the focus. The multiplayer is kind of like the system where someone can join your world and you can fight them. I have done that in Elden Ring, where like you see a ghost of a player, but it's actually another player, and they can beat you up and you can fight them, and that's about it. There's like the multiplayer is like not really anything. So this game is pure multiplayer. And there's no chat system.
It's an interesting, hopefully, maybe 25 gigabyte update later.
Talk about updates. We need one because this game it's roguelike. So every time you get in a game, it's supposed to be different. They didn't do enough assets to make it different. So the map might change, but like the core environment has the same bad guys. So you kind of know what you're going to see. And if you already played like 3 rounds, you're like, okay, I know where I'm supposed to go and who I'm supposed to kill for a certain item, so I can get to the boss. Which the bosses might be different, but the playability is low, right? Maybe 3 rounds in, you've already seen a lot. Maybe 10 rounds in, you're getting kind of bored. And then if you keep losing because the game is hard, who's gonna want to keep playing?
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, I get when you're, I don't know, maybe again, different camps, different mindsets, different ways of looking at life, but I am on my brain all day long, right?
You want to chill. You want to veg
I want
out.
to, yeah, I want to just shoot zombies, just enjoy life for 5 minutes. I don't want to go and put puzzle pieces together.
So there ain't no puzzle pieces. You're literally okay. So you know what? I forgot what the term is, but an enemy's gonna hit you. You have to time your roll right at the perfect frame. And now we're talking frames, Alex. You have to at the perfect frame will you dodge it. Otherwise, you're getting hit, and you're gonna. So it's like that's how hard these games are known to be.
But then where's the enjoyability in that?
Concrete. Okay, so in single player, it's finally winning. But in multiplayer, when you're like day 2 in and your teammate disconnects and you just wasted 30 minutes of your time because you and your buddy that stayed ain't gonna beat that guy, and maybe they leave because they're discouraged. Now it's you versus the bad guy for day 2, or even the last one, day 3. It's just there's no way.
It's interesting. Like my kids and I, we've had Microsoft Flight Simulator since it came out in like 2020, 2021. We can't get the plane off the ground.
But we still love it.
No, we don't play because of that. Like every year we'll be like, okay, this is the moment. We watch enough YouTube videos, we get at it, and we're getting the plane off the ground. We're gonna get in the sky. And then we figured out we could start off in the sky and then try to land it.
This is better.
Yeah, we try to land, and then we just end up like not stopping because then we don't know how to stop the plane, and it's just such a hard game to play on console. Like I feel like you need all the adapters and the buttons and stuff to physically fly this dumb thing.
Yeah,
because just trying to move the mouse, which I feel like it's designed for PC gaming, but trying to move a cursor with a thumbstick is not a good experience. It's this one.
Oh, that's cool. Dang, they fancy.
You didn't know? Apple, man.
Oh, it's Apple. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I got
PC.
these.
I'm a PC. That's sick. But yeah, so the game is super hard. Not a lot of content to keep playing. And if your friend, you have no communication with friends, so you're gonna have to rely on Discord to talk to people. So you can't play with randoms. I mean, you guess you could, but if they leave, you're kind of screwed. And so there's a lot of bad stuff for the game. Now they're saying that the game is otherwise for the first 2 rounds, maybe 3, maybe an hour in, it's pretty fun. But as soon as you start losing content, like you start seeing all the content, it's kind of like, all right, cool. Like I got the gist of it. Now some players might love the game and defend it forever, but it's not a Fortnite. I was telling you last week, it's player versus environment. You're always going to battle the same boss. Player versus player, you're gonna fight someone else that's like a little different game style every time. Like you're playing against Junior, he's gonna ram you with a car. Like
it already sold 2 million copies in 24 hours.
Yeah, it's doing really good. I'm just saying, I don't think give it 1 month or less. Let's see who's still playing it.
Right.
I'm telling you,
who has who still has 3 friends, right? Or 2 friends.
Games die really quickly in this ecosystem. Games die very quickly.
You would think that a game developer, they got to be thinking about these things long term, right? Because they got to get life out of it.
Well, I know that they said they're not making the games for a service, so this game is not going to have battle passes. It's not going to have like Fortnite, a changing map and stuff. But I think hopefully they have some kind of like DLC. It's not a game for a service. Something. They need to throw something in there because, like I told you, this game is like there's 9 bosses, I believe, and I think once you beat all 9, you're done with the game. Like there's a start and finish in a sense, but like I don't think I'm gonna grind if I get it, which I don't think I am. I'm not gonna grind it to all 9. I'll play for a little bit while the novelty's there, and then probably stop. Just who I am. Go back to Fortnite.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna be playing while you're waiting in the lobby for Fortnite.
I've done that. I've had 2 games. I have 2 monitors. I have Fortnite and 1.
I just don't get you're not describing anything that makes me jump at okay, let's go get it. Yet it's such a popular game that is.
Here, I can describe it like that if you want. Ready? All right, dude. There's this new game that came out. Super hard. Me, you, and Tony, let's jump in. We battle bosses, and every time you kill somebody, you get an upgrade that'll make the next boss easier. There's 3 bosses, and then we'll see if we can do it. You know, is that a cool challenge?
Yeah, I guess. And then until
But
you
then,
got to
like,
figure out all the
map doesn't change very often. And then, like, I'm telling you, after 5 hours, it's like, cool, we got the first boss. I'm kind of a little tired. You want to go for the second one?
Yeah. And then you always need the 2 friends. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in the comment section, let us know, are you playing Elden Ring? What do you think of this one, especially when it compares to the other games?
We haven't played it, so
yeah, this is a spin-off, and so probably one that wasn't baked all the way through.
yeah.
But make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and we'll see you in the next one.